like I said, I'm just gonna be very open with you, right? Because I think the most respect you're gonna get out of a person is if you're gonna be open with them.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
I don't think transparency is good.
I'm sorry.
What the fuck?
I didn't mean to do that.
It's not the kind of transparency I was looking for.
My bad, Brian. I would never shoot you in the face. Okay,
Yeah.
so here's what's been bothering me.
Mm-hmm.
See, so I remember the last time when I tried to give you a call to tell you about some that was gonna get me into trouble, right? That one day where I got shot by a lifer with a Tech 9. And I tried to help or at least get someone to be aware of said situation before it was gonna happen, because I knew I was gonna get a payback for what I did. Realistically. And then I tried to tell you, but you had I assume you were busy at the time, right? So I was like, okay, that's all good. But like I said, if I have something very important to tell you, what's the right approach for me to make sure that you get to know of it, right?
You
And
give
then
me a
you
call
told
and
me-
say it's an emergency. Yep.
Exactly. And you said, that's what you said. You said, give me a call, tell me it's an emergency. If not, text me that it's an emergency and I'll call you back when I can. Or basically
Probably
right away.
better for a call because texts get missed by me, right?
Exactly. I had heard from talking to a few people that are close in my circle, like, hey, do you often, read your texts? And they're basically like, yeah, whenever I have the time. Otherwise, no.
Mm-hmm.
So I genuinely just thought, okay, this is fair. Because when the duct tape situation happened, I had received a tip that he was at that position 30 minutes prior. I tried to contact you. I tried to contact Pred. I tried to contact Aaron Carter. And from all three, I hadn't gotten a response in 30 minutes. And then
Wait, for
I
what?
did text you like, yo, this is important. Because I was the one to like figure out where Duct Tape Lopez was, right? On the pier. I knew this. And I've been known for 30 minutes, but I've tried to get in contact with people to tell them that I know this, right? And I didn't want to say too much over text. That's why I only texted you, hey, please call me back. Very important. Because I've never texted that to you, because I called you twice and you hung up the phone. So I thought you were busy as well, but realistically, this was very important.
Yeah.
Right? And then I told you, you didn't answer. And then I told Pred didn't answer. And then I told Aaron, the only response I really got was, don't go there, as if I don't know my own jurisdiction.
Yeah.
And then she said, I will call you back after this meeting, and never did. So I called Maeve Wolf, and Maeve Wolf wasn't inactive. Immediately, or I texted Maeve. I said, please call me, it's important. She called me back. And to my surprise, you were the first to attach to the 311. So I was like, because I tried to tell you as first. But I just didn't get the chance to tell you.
It's good we caught him, right?
It's good, but it's more
Do you feel like you're getting ignored?
I'm not necessarily saying that, because I genuinely know how busy you are.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say that
I think
you are ignoring me on purpose. You are extremely busy, Brian.
Yeah.
Like triple or maybe even quadruple the amount of times that I am. So I don't want to blame you. But it's realistically like, how can we smoothen this in the future?
I would say that if I was in your position, I'd be spamming 311 and I'd be spamming my phone.
See, but I don't know, like, this is the problem. I was not there when he escaped. So I am not sure if the entirety of the police department knew that he was on the loose, and that if any of them were to be...
There's warrants out for him.
Well, I didn't know that at the time,
and the state announcement and, active warrants, state announcements. Right. So, I mean, those are...
I just got off LOA for a week, and then the first day I was back, I seen this, and I asked you about it, and you said, yeah, there's 4 contacts on this. It's Maeve Wolf, Aaron Carter, Eric Trigg, and you.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought, okay, I have to contact at least one of these 4 people. And then I told Maeve, and Maeve put out the 311 because I didn't know if I was supposed to put out the 311.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, even if you were a civilian and you see someone like that, of course you can 311. Did you think, like, why did you think you couldn't use it?
Because I thought it was still an ongoing investigation. I did not know these people had warrants out. I figured out later, which is why I kind of dropped it and didn't try and reach out to you multiple times.
Yep.
But you called me back, so it was a right moment to see, like, hey, this was partially also my fault, but I'm genuinely trying to figure out how, like, let's say there is something very important. How could I get in contact with you?
You should always assume that I'm not. So I have other marshals, right? And just like you have members of DOC. I was approached by Michael Garcia earlier today regarding, some stuff he's cooking. And, he was able to get in contact with me. And it was at a time where I wasn't busy. So naturally, that communication happens. You have to keep in mind that neither you nor me or any other head of a department is ever going to have everything, right? It's impossible.
Of course.
But it is equally incumbent on us to, ensure that those under us are communicating. So if you can't reach me, you look for a different marshal on duty. So, for example, like, you contacted Maeve, which was good. She's not a marshal, but, she works close to me. But, like, there's McNulty on duty right now. Sean was around earlier. Springfield's around right now. You contact one of them. Like, if you can't reach me and it's an emergency, like, you go to the next marshal and they will also do it. If it's something like that situation where it is like an escaped convict and it's like a timing thing, I don't think anyone's going to complain that you spam 311. Like, Brian, pick up, Brian, pick up, Brian, pick up, emergency. Right?
Okay.
So,
yeah, like I said, I think it was just a, like, straight up miscommunication, right? Because from what I thought about talking to you and other DOC that were actually, like, on duty at the time, that I was only to reach out to the people who were part of this investigation. Because I did not know it was complete open to everyone to know that these escaped convicts are out on the loose. I did not know at the time. Because I also had asked, like, hey, because, like, I had asked before, because I woke up at, I think, twice during my LOA. And I asked, like, hey, is there a warrant out for these people? And they said no. And I checked my MDT and there was none.
Right. Oh. Were you told why? Are you aware why it wasn't put out?
No, actually, because I wasn't on the way, so I didn't really, bother.
So
I hate to say it that way, but
I would assume there was DOC reports, but the reason there weren't warrants put out immediately is because we were awaiting DOC to let us know who had actually escaped. Right?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I did not know that.
Yeah. So I'm not sure why that wasn't communicated to you, because there are DOC reports on it. And I forgot who it was, because they did give me a report for it.
Gary?
Gary, and there was a female DLC. There was a couple DLC members. DOC reports, maybe. Marshall attacked in prison. Wait, what's the date? 11/18. Ooh, maybe they didn't make a report. Oh, wait. Madeline Jones.
Break. Escape drivers, how to proceed.
Yeah. This is the report right here. It's 35700.
Yes, I'm in it now.
There might have been another one too, but local DOC needed to identify based on the records who had actually escaped, because other than the lifers, we were getting verification as to how that was figured out. The federal authority overseeing, the cameras were able to assist through local DOC. You know how you have registries of lifers, but then non-lifers have a different registry? So there's no way without their assistance knowing who's actually escaped and who's asleep. So, but yeah, I think, the warrants did go out. I'm surprised. Maybe it was just a timing thing. I think warrants went out, like, I want to say almost immediately for the 2 lifers, and then Lang's went up, like, I think within 24 hours, something along those lines.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, 11/13 at 2 p.m. So pretty much the very next day.
Interesting. Okay. Interesting. Like I said, I did not know that. Even if realistically, my I have no access to see warrants actually.
Wait, you don't see warrants under the warrant section? Like, do you see Matthew Colby's right now?
Well, if I go to his profile, yes.
So under the dashboard, do you see warrants?
Yeah, I think my MDT is scuffed. Hold on, because it's complete. I see the tab, but I also don't see announcements or BOLO. Like, it's completely empty. Hold on, let me just restart my MDT real quick. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah. Wow, down. Okay, interesting. Damn. Yeah. Okay, then I was just stupid. That's literally what it is.
No, you're not. I wouldn't say you're stupid. I think, look, I hope you're taking this advice to heart. I've run a lot of organizations, and I have this problem even within the marshals. And even some of my best marshals, it's like pulling teeth sometimes, making them do the work. Because for a lot of people, understandably, they're in San Andreas to have fun, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. But when it comes to you, when it comes to me, when it should come to Pred, when it comes to Frost, and our immediate high command, we take on these roles that come with a responsibility. And that responsibility is we have to instill it on our direct chain. And where I'm going with this is, it's possible, and this isn't, don't take this as a blemish, right? Because trust me when I say that you guys are in much better shape than at least one other departmental shift. Like, we have to embed in our people that it is incumbent, important, mandatory that they not only put things like reports together, but if it's something that's critical, right, that they immediately push it up the chain of command so that even if you are on leave of absence, you're getting an email stating that some serious shit happened, right? Now, I demand that of my people when I was in BCSO. Even in LSPD, I demanded it at the time. I demand it now from my people.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, I tell them, otherwise, this ain't place for you. Because even if you're a regular everyday officer or a regular everyday guard, it's cool to run around with a gun and a badge, but we have a responsibility. This is a privilege, right? We are via... it is quite literally a privilege to be in these positions. And that privilege means that everyone's got to lift their fair share. For officers and like seniors, right? Maybe less responsibility, right? But the least they have to do is that they have to bring it up the chain. And when it hits your command, they have to bring it up the chain. Like the moment that shit went out, like some sort of keeping you up to date, keeping your high command up to date, you know?
Like I was reached out to that.
Oh, that's good.
That everything happened. I was reached out about everything, but it's more so I'm like 2,000 miles away from the city. So like, what the fuck was I gonna do? You know?
Yeah. It's So I don't know.
Like I heard about it and I was aware, but
that's okay. Good. Maybe I misunderstood.
Was too far away to do something about it.
I don't think anyone's like I think you guys did great. I think sometimes they're, heat of the moment. There's going to be communication breakdowns. I think, like I said, if it's some serious shit, don't hesitate to spam 311. Brian, call me. I know that a lot of people hesitate to do that across the board, but that's a lot of us deal with 12 things simultaneously at a time. And sometimes we need to do the, let's say, annoying thing to get someone's attention. Like if I think something's about to happen in the prison, for example, I will 1,000,000% spam call you, or I will get on DSC and say, yo, get the warden now. Right. And no one, I'm not going to be bothered by it. And I think if anyone got bothered by that, they probably aren't deserving of the job. Right. So,
yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm like the type of person that if realistically, when like you didn't answer my call, I was very frustrated, right? Because I didn't know what the fuck to do, right? But realistically, not even 3 or 4 hours later, I kind of like chilled out and started to understand like, yo, actually, I don't see a fucking reason why Brian would, like, let's say, ignore me on purpose, right? I don't see a reason why he would do that. I don't think that's how he is. So I started, like, basically making my own way of, like, yo, okay, so this was why it happened. This was how it got. And maybe I should have taken a different approach.
I don't think it's the end of the world. It's... Everyone,
he was caught at the end, so
he was caught at the end. Yeah, exactly. But anyways, anything else you want to chat about?
Oh, I think that would be it. See, I did talk to you about PD not respecting our boundaries and shit. I don't know what I did, but I did talk to some people from PD that I genuinely, do not like it when they drive in here uninvited and do whatever they want. And since that chat, realistically, they wait outside the gate and get on the radio and ask us, like, hey, can I get into the prison walls? Or, for another example, I had a situation go down where a car broke into the prison and I actually got to lead the situation. That doesn't happen too often. I basically bossed PD around, and that's realistically how it should be.
Yeah,
and since then, they haven't, like, the only thing they lack still is literally telling us that they're sending someone up to prison. But I can understand some days it's very chill in the prison. They're basically empty. Sometimes there's just nobody. So I understand that they might think, yo, maybe there is no DOC on duty, but realistically everyone's back from LOA, so it should change.
Yeah, 100%. Okay, good shit.
Oh yeah.
Well, I don't want to hold you up too long. I got a million different things to do. I got about 2 hours left in me before I do a bit of a reset. So. All right.
I appreciate you, Brian.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like I said, this chat means a lot to me. Even though, maybe it's just another chat for you, it genuinely means a lot to me.
No, look,
to have this chat. Like,
I know I'm not always going to...
my mind at ease.
Yeah, look, I'm not always going to have... It's hard for me to give anyone undivided attention right now. It's just... There's just so much. And transparently, there's a lot of... we live in a time where shit stirring is so high... And hopefully
Everyone
soon
takes their own fair share of stirring the pot.
That's right. You stay safe.
Hey, you be safe.
I think she did fine during that whole thing. Like, I can get from a DOC perspective, for them, like, the prison break was like hyper serious, and it was, but it's a process thing, right? Shit happened. We were trying to figure it out.